Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Student, Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to give a presentation on oxidation reduction reactions. The oxidation reduction reactions have vast application. These are generally called redox reaction. The oxidation reduction reactions are very much important in chemistry because in these reactions the transfer of electron takes place from one species to another species. As a result, one species is oxidized and other is reduced. It is shown in this example where calcium changed to calcium ion, which is being oxidized, and chlorine, which take up the electron, is being reduced here. So calcium is a reducing agent and chlorine is an oxidizing agent. This compound is hygroscopic and desiccant because it can absorb the moisture. In case of recovery of metals, these reactions are very much important because metals are extensively used in our daily life. These metals are important: iron, copper, etc. etc. These metals are very much important in this way because their usage is very high. The recovery of these metals is a long process. The first step is the extraction of ore. The ores are the oxides and sulfides of metals which exist in nature in the form of sulfide and oxide. Then these ores are further purified by removing of gangue, which is an impure material. And finally, the pure and required material is reduced by a reducing agent, which are carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and aluminum. Normally, the carbon monoxide are used for these reactions because carbon monoxide is easily and available, and it is one of the byproduct of combustion reaction. The extraction of metal from its ore is carried out in a furnace which is called a blast furnace. The diagram showing that in this furnace the material which is introduced in the furnace is the charge material, which consists of the ore, limestone, and coke, and oxygen is forced into the furnace from the bottom with high temperature, which cause to react with the charge and convert into the respective metal by the reduction process. So we can define the blast furnace is a closed fireplace where the charred material is molten at very high temperature in the presence of blast of air which is introduced from the bottom. As the carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide are the byproducts of this reaction, we obtain the respective metal. In case of the iron oxide is introduced from the top of the furnace with the limestone and coke, and which is reacted with the blast of air, which is forced into the furnace from the bottom, having the 900 degrees centigrade temperature, react with the charged material and convert the iron oxide into the molten iron, whereas the impure material, which is called the slag, is removed from the another channel. The hearth is the place where the man controls the temperature of the furnace. The overall reaction which takes place in the furnace is the iron oxide plus carbon monoxide gives the iron plus the carbon dioxide. Here the iron oxide changed to iron. Its oxidation state changes to +3 to 0. It means it is being reduced. Therefore, it is an oxidizing agent. Whereas carbon monoxide, whose oxidation state changes from +2 to +4 when converted to carbon dioxide, act as a reducing agent. Others metals can also be obtained in this furnace. Copper oxide, when react with the carbon monoxide, change into the copper plus carbon dioxide. Lead oxide, when react with the carbon monoxide, change into the zinc plus carbon dioxide. Zinc oxide, when react with the carbon monoxide, it change into the change into the zinc. So these metals can also be extracted from their ores in the blast furnace. So blast furnace is very much important where the metals are recovered from their respective ores. In this presentation, the key points which we learned is the hematite, which is an iron oxide. Mining is the digging process. Purification of the ore means the removal of the impure material called the gangue, and reducing agent which oxidize itself and reduces other is called the reducing agent. It is one of the chemical reactor in a chemical reaction. Furthermore, we learned the blast furnace is the fireplace where the charged material is introduced from the top of the furnace in the presence of blast of air having the 900 degrees centigrade temperature, which react with the charred material containing the hematite, limestone and coke and convert the iron oxide into the molten iron. Others metals extraction and recovery from copper oxide to copper, lead oxide to lead and zinc oxide to zinc is also discussed in this presentation. That's all about the topic. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.